At this time, I'd like to call up our supervisor, Bob Kenny, as well as our councilman, Gene Yetter and Bob Chinquay, and candidate for highway superintendent, Larry Cobb.
I'm very, very impressed with the excellent words that Nick just said. Perhaps you could go down to Wall Street and teach those people a few things at the Occupy rally, because you are such a difference. People can get cynical and think that there aren't dedicated, intelligent, lively young people anymore. And you see guys like Nick, and you say, yes, there are. There are, and it's very, very impressive. I am so looking forward to Allen becoming the legislator for Putnam Valley. A light bulb went off in my head about 1.5 years ago. I realized these people aren't working. They're not doing anything in the legislature. They get elected, they go over to that side of the county, and they become legislators. We've been promised for 13 years that Peekskill Hollow Road and Oscawana Lake Road, this is not a major infrastructure project. This doesn't require massive engineering. It simply requires people in the county sticking to their promises and making this happen. Gene Yetter, Bob Chinquay, and I, over the past 3.5, 4 years, have done our job. We forced the DEC to take out the environmental violations. We forced the county to enforce the tax laws against the owner of this property here. We've done everything we can. We have been told town board meeting after town board meeting after town board meeting, going back since I got on the board in 2003. I can't tell you how many times I have heard, we're starting the work in the fall. We're starting the work in the spring. I promise you we're starting in the fall. We're definitely starting in the spring. They're out there starting now. You know what? Nobody's starting anything. They're talking. And a guy like Allen doesn't talk too much, but when he does speak, he speaks very well, clearly, and he's got a track record of accomplishment. So I know he's going to help us in this endeavor. So I'm urging all of you to keep supporting him, vote for him, get out and vote, get your friends and neighbors and relatives out to vote, because as Allen said, this is going to be a low turnout. He deserves to be elected, and we deserve to have him elected. So I really, really am confident we're going to win, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, it's great to see you out on a beautiful day. I'm honored to be here with some very wonderful people. I think Nick and Kevin have both done a great job putting this little event together. And of course, it's great to be able to be here in support of Allen. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. When I hear Allen speak, I think of that beer commercial with the most interesting man in the world, where he says, where they say, his words carry a weight that would break a less interesting man's jaw. Because he does speak truth to power, and we've seen it pretty much every time that he has come out and made an appearance. We saw it at the debate last week. I expect we're going to see it again at the debate this coming Monday. And again, I'm honored to share the ticket with Allen, and of course with my running mates, Bob and Gene, because and Larry, thank you. And because I know Bob and Gene from working with them on the board the past few years, we have done a great job straightening out this budget, straightening out how town hall runs, and of course we've had a lot of cooperation with the highway department. I think Larry's been instrumental in that as well. You may have noticed there are a lot of cars going by here. People come to Oregon Corners. They don't stay. Why don't they stay? Because we're being handcuffed. We have funds available to beautify Oregon Corners, put in the sidewalks, put in plantings. We can't do a darn thing because that road, 13 years later, still hasn't been fixed. And quite frankly, you know, as Bob said, we've done all we can. I am hopeful that we can get Allen in office up in Carmel so that he can turn things around for us. Because working together, we can do amazing things. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. As the first non-attorney you're hearing this morning, I will be brief. I want to thank Nick for the opportunity to get here this morning and honor a man that I've come to respect and know rather closely over the last couple of months. A man I think will represent this town more than fairly and enthusiastically in Carmel on our behalf here in Putnam Valley. I've never been a believer in term limits. I've always thought that the election process should be what decides who represents us at any given level of government. Unfortunately, it's easy to become entrenched, and it's easy when you sit behind a dais to make promises. I've noticed from Allen that he chooses his words very carefully, very honestly, and from the heart. And I really get the impression that if he says he's going to make a difference, I'm glad to be here on his side of the podium, looking to make a difference. Allen, good luck. We're behind you and looking forward to working with you in the future. And thank everybody for coming.
Good evening. Good morning. Just got a couple words to say here. 17 days to go, and I guarantee you a GOP sweep. Good luck, guys.